my name is Chadtronic, and welcome to this very special episode. We're going to be kicking things off by performing a very special, sacred ritual. A lot of you on the last video thought that this new Cheeto meme was going to be replacing the NES pillow. That is not true. Guys, you should know the #1 rule to this show, okay? You'd never cross the memes. That's very dangerous. You never want to do that. You never cross the memes. But what is allowed is you are allowed to fuse the memes together. So we're going to be performing another sacred ritual. Bear with me. There's supposed to be this little ball inside that makes it light up. That doesn't work anymore.
You're watching Chadtronic.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at a very popular 90s meme. You've probably heard of him. I'd be surprised if you've never heard of him. Barney the dinosaur. Like I said, I'd be surprised if you've never heard of him. Very big meme. And not all parents were a fan back in the day. Some parents were not very fond of the idea of their children being obsessed with this particular program. So, in today's Chadtronic video, we'll be taking a look at Barney the dinosaur. Let's take a look back and let's see what we're getting into today.
Barney the dinosaur.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all.
Who is that?
Barney.
Barney? Who's Barney?
Barney the dinosaur.
Who is this?
Barney.
He's Barney. What is Barney?
Mine.
He's yours.
Someone has obviously not taught that child how to share yet.
This purple dinosaur, who got his start in videos, has fast become the attention getter at daycare centers, the star attraction at birthday parties. He even made an appearance at the inauguration. He's got a mesmerizing effect, even on the most mischievous of toddlers. When this dinosaur sings, they stop, they listen, some even sing along.
Barney the dinosaur. Some people are brave enough to tame lions, but Barney the dinosaur, he tames toddlers. He was the ultimate babysitter back in the 90s, if you know what I mean. If you think Minions is big, you had no idea how big Barney the dinosaur was. I mean, Minions is like a speck in the eye of Barney the dinosaur. You guys have no idea.
If you think this is just kid stuff, you've got another thing coming. Barney is big business. In all of New York this week, toy stores were sold out of Barneys. This big fellow was the only one we could find. This past year alone, Barney has raked in over $100 million in retail sales, over $50 million in videos. He's on public TV every day, and you haven't seen anything yet.
You heard it here, guys. Barney grossed over $100 million. Unbelievable. Also, that's a good meme right there. Did you guys catch that?
Squeeze Barney's right hand and like magic he comes to life.
Hello again.
Talking Barney is coming out next month, along with Barney games and phones and trains, even cookie cutters. At the New York Toy Fair, buyers for toy stores couldn't wait to get in on the action.
Will you crawl like a duck? Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
Well, buyers for toy stores were pretty easily impressed back then.
4-year-old Mallory is watching Barney and Friends with an innovative new early learning system called Microsoft Actimates.
That was fun.
Actimates Interactive Barney acts as a co-viewer, reinforcing and coaching Mallory through fun, educational lessons. He interacts with his television show through a unique animation technology developed by Microsoft.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. A toy robot for children designed by Microsoft. That sounds like a great idea.
Both PBS and Microsoft are trying to use technology to extend the experience that people get in other areas. Microsoft wants to bring the computer technology of the PC into the broadcasting world and make those work together in service of education.
The power of both Barney and Microsoft coming together to hypnotize a new generation of children. How are they hypnotizing your children? Well, let me show you.
The program is broadcast from your PBS member station with an encoded signal. It's read by a special decoder transmitter hooked into the VCR connected to your television set. The transmitter then decodes the data and transmits it to a wireless receiver in the body of the Actimates Interactive Barney.
Let's watch this show together and look for 10 puzzle pieces of my favorite things.
Guys, did you see that? Did you see how much that child was interacting with that toy? Amazing.
The first company that we wanted to talk to is PBS, because PBS stands for all the things that we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to get education delivered, and we're trying to really add value in a program.
FAO Schwartz hosted the announcement of Microsoft Actimate's debut on PBS.
Barney epitomizes convergence.
In addition to interacting with his broadcast show,
she always watched Barney by herself anyway, but now she goes and gets the character, and the two of them watch it together.
The world is such a better place. Before my child, they would watch TV alone, but now they get to watch it with the robot, and the world is a much better place. Let me tell you what, guys. But this is when it gets really good, guys. Have you ever heard of Barney bashing? Well, you're about to find out.
Barney the dinosaur is a lovable character seen on the American PBS network, but the character has some parents up in arms because of overbearing niceness and the almost cult-like hold that he has on kids. Tonight, we're going to show you some real Barney bashing, which took place at the University of Nebraska. Andrew Lezecki has the story.
To millions of kids, he's a superstar of public television.
Are you guys ready?
We're ready. But for these University of Nebraska co-eds, they'd rather have Barney seeing stars.
This is amazing. In fact, this is really right up my alley.
Welcome to UNL's Barney Bashing Bash, for all those who'd rather hit the purple dinosaur as to hug him, or make Barney the target of their frustrations. An open opportunity to bean Barney, or just rip the stuffings out of him. For the more mild, it's a chance to give him the old Crayola treatment.
Yes, I hate Barney.
Nothing shows your anger and hatred for Barney than when you color outside of the lines like a true savage. That is the most savage coloring I think I've ever seen in my life. Truly savage. Also, side note, all these toys, you have to remember, all these toys in the 90s when Barney was popular, all these toys were very expensive. This event to just destroy Barney toys had to have cost a lot of money. Holy crap. That just speaks volumes on how much more these people hated Barney.
But not everyone thought all this beating, bashing, and trashing was such a great idea, especially towards something that means so much to children.
I think it's pretty sick. It's pretty sad that they're protesting a little kid's idol.
And you guys think that the country is divided today? Well, let me tell you, the election has nothing on how controversial Barney was in the 90s. Back then, we talked about the real issues at stake, okay?
Barney bashing didn't ruffle your feathers, and this featured 3-round wrestling match between Big Bird and Barney certainly would have you crying foul. With a right wing hook, Barney hits the floor. No more purple dinosaur.
They had a death match between Big Bird and Barney the dinosaur. See, okay, now attending that event makes sense now. That sounds like some true entertainment right there.
You know, the sad thing is those students are the future of that country.
Yes, well, I think that's saying something, though, isn't it?
So there you have it, guys. Barney the dinosaur. Very controversial. Was the show and toys safe for your children? Specifically, the Microsoft Actimate toy. And that's where Chadtronic comes in. Because today, we're going to be test driving and taking a look at Barney Actimate and seeing whether or not it is safe for your children.
Squeeze my head to play a game. Who wants to go?